Good evening, Winnerhead members. Yeah, this is about the filly that we've been looking at to buy for us and our community. We'll be doing a lot of fun things with this filly, stuff like owner for the day, spinning for someone to owner the day, might win the prize money she wins and stuff like that. So I must admit, I really feel like we're doing the right thing. I haven't had such a big response for Winnerhead. People asking me about it when we communicate through an email. They all want to know what's happening with the horse, are we getting the horse, So yeah, I'm loving that because it's really adding to the community Winnerhead and the engagement's gone through the roof. So I knew there'd be some interest, but there's been some really good engaging interest, so I'm wrapped with that. So yeah, look, we bought the horse Wednesday, so we technically maybe owned it for 6 days. I'm just looking at the invoice here. Have I got it up on screen? I think I do. Here we are. Yeah, we paid this bill on the 30th of April on Wednesday. You can see here she was bought for $54,244. This is probably, that's an odd number. Wouldn't have bidded that. That's including the sales commission complex and stuff like that. Scoping fee $200. That's to have the horse scoped, check its throat, make sure veterinary clearance, make sure there's nothing wrong with the horse that you physically can't see with the horse. Floating from the sales complex $275. And then some expenses to date, $1,900, some vet bills and agent commission and stuff like that. There's probably too many small items there to itemise everything. But I think from this point, everything will be itemised a lot clearer. But it doesn't take much, just the float charge is $200. It doesn't take much for, to add $1,900 or $2,700 for the horse. This one got me by surprise, the race series, Karaka Million. This is, for entry into this race, is $3,600. And this is the race that we said is next February, or in January, I think it is. That it is, $500,000, $1 million race. And I think there will be, as we get closer to the race and you still want to go towards the race, if the filly's going well enough, we think she deserves her place, you have to keep paying money to go into the race. And I'm guessing it gets more expensive. So we'll keep an eye on that, how much it costs to be in this race series, these $1 million races, how much it costs to be in it. So yeah, our first charge is $3,600. So that's the full price for the horse, which adds up to about, 10% would be $6,000, so $60,000. Yeah, just over $60,000 her costs all up to the 30th of April. Lucky we've only got 5%, and including GST, it's $3,462. So that's a cheap way in to buying a horse. And yeah, she's we're on board. That's the invoice. And we'll go through the invoices with you from this point on and all the things you can have to pay for when you buy a horse. We sort of missed the naming. We didn't get to vote and that. And the names came in. These are the names: Tenacious Bell, Hell's Bell, Hello Bell, Hello My Bell. Oh, okay. Just finally got that. User Charm, Lovely, Well Hello You, Hell's Bells. I've doubled that up. Hello Faskino, Hello Beautiful. I did vote earlier. Sorry I didn't include you guys, but it would have been a big process to include you guys in the vote. It's a 3-2-1 vote, and if I've only got 5% share, it's only 5% weight behind my votes as opposed to someone else might have a bigger. But just so for the record, I voted Tenacious Bell first, User Charm second, and Hell's Bells third. I didn't like any of those names that got hello in it. I thought they were a bit ordinary, those hello, lovely, I think there was an enchantment in there. This mustn't be the update. But user charm is interesting. Why there's user charm is I think we've got a few Italian members. I know at least of one. The meaning of Faschino, Bel Faschino, is to charm, allure, or fascination. So that's where the charm came out of the race for user charm. This here is called Prism. It's a portal, and once you load up here, you can request a horse here. Where's the profile? Here we go. So this is the horse here. It's breeding. It's unregistered. It's been microchipped. Racing colour we don't know. A bit of information still missing. This is the trainer. It's registered under Tiaco Racing. Like we said, they've done Imperatriz. They've had Imperatriz. Got a few good horses, Tiaco Racing. So you can archive, request a horse. So if you own a horse, you request it, the trainer approves it, and all communication is done through here. So you go through the media, and there's photos, there's no photos, and there's no audio, but there are videos. Here's the videos here. There's 4 updates so far. There's the pool, and the updates all through here. So basically the horse at this stage has had a lot of learning and development. We've just got in at a time where they're going to give it a 4-week break now. So it's going to be quiet over the 4 weeks, so you won't get much communication regarding the horse over the next 4 weeks. So what's happened, she's been bought, she's gone through the sales process. She might have had a little break then, and then she's gone to the breakers, and then Tiaco's really put them through the stable life where they've, as you saw, put it through the pool a few times. They have put on the treadmill. The horse goes on the treadmill. We haven't got footage of that. So she's gone on the treadmill a few times, and then apparently she's gone to 4 different racetracks, or 4 different types of tracks, they said in their communication. And they've done a canter, which I think was last Wednesday. The day we bought the horse, she did a canter with 3 other horses and jumped through the barrier. I'll show you the footage of that. And so she's had a real good educational, time. They don't push the horse much. So see in the footage, I think she's running last in a canter, and they're not pushing her. It's more just seeing everything that, just getting her to learn, because it's a lot in one go. They reckon there's a lot in one go. So to learn and take for the horse mentally, and you don't want to overcook them, not just physically, mentally. So they've shown her everything, and apparently she's coped really well. As you can see, I think when he says in the footage, she's not big, but she's a very good mover and very willing. And once she loves apparently getting the saddle on her, she comes to life when the saddle's on, and she loves working and enjoying running in the stable life. All right, let's go through this clip here, and we'll go through the one where she canters. Here we go. Open it up. See what he says about the filly here.
Morning team, the Hello Zane filly Ella Bel Faschino, just here at Monday morning stable inspections. But another really good week in the stable with her. She's handling it all very well here. Any time for a short educational prep, and that will conclude this coming Wednesday when she has a quiet canter out of the race day stalls. So she's coping with it all very well, handling the different types of work on the different training tracks, on the treadmill and through the pool. And we'll be in touch post Wednesday's quiet canter out. Hello, Zane filly.
So yeah, minimise this stuff. There we go. Yeah, so you heard him there. That point was her preparations coming to an end with a canter on Wednesday. So that was last week. So they knew exactly. It wasn't depending how well she works or whatever. No, she's only 1. She's turning 2 in August. So so this was always the plan, to give her 1 canter up the straight with these horses and take her out for this 4-week break. Let's have a look at that now. It's on YouTube, so YouTube it.
The Heliumzane filly out of Belfacino had a quiet canter out of the race day stalls here this morning down the back straight of the Matamata course proper. She jumped from the inside barrier closest to camera. Looked really pleased with how she handled herself there this morning. Obviously a massive experience for these young horses so early on in their racing career, but she certainly wasn't too phased by the experience at all. Really handled the race day stalls well. Just jumped a shade slow, but cantered out nicely down the back straight of the course proper. So that signals the end of her short educational prep here with us. So she's now worked on all the different tracks here at Matamata, been through the swimming pool and on the treadmill multiple times, and now we'll head off to Te Akau Stud for a really well-deserved break, and these experiences she's had this time around are certainly going to hold her in good stead for the future, and she's going to be all the better for the experience she's had.
Basically what I've told you guys before. Should be a lot better for the experience, should be a lot better for the break. And yeah, I think we've got a member that's originally from New Zealand, the Light, so Matamata, I don't know if you know roughly where that is. So she's going to spell there at their stud farm and enjoy a good, well-deserved 4-week break. She does not know that she's carrying the weight of all the winner head members, and she's only a small horse, but she's carrying a lot of weight for us with all these members getting behind her. Little does she know. So yeah, we'll keep the communication up. Just so you know, the breaking in guys gave her a really good rap as far as how intelligent and the way she moves, and the people that broke her in really gave her a rap, liked her a lot. So that's it, guys. I know you've been asking about it. She's done. That's our horse. She's going to be named soon, and she's resting, and she's going to be back in stable life, and hopefully she races soon. Most 2-year-olds, the really early ones, get racing around October, November, and this one we want to get up early because she's got that big race in January. So if everything going right, fingers crossed, if we're on target for January, she will be racing around October. So that's the expectations. Thanks, guys. That's the winner head horse. That's the start of hopefully many to come for us. And I hope you enjoy all the uploads and the posts going in the future, and enjoy the ride of this filly that we have. Thanks, guys. Bye.